everybody, it's Tiffany Weber. I am a real estate lawyer in North Carolina at the law firm of Thomas & Weber, and we like to bring you educational videos about real estate law. Please subscribe to our channel so you'll be notified when we put out more videos like this one. And today we are talking about refinancing your mortgage. All right, refinancing is the process of paying off your old loan and getting a new loan to replace it. And usually that's because you're finding more favorable terms. Perhaps you're getting a better interest rate, you're getting rid of the private mortgage insurance, or lowering your payment somehow. It's also possible that you're refinancing due to a divorce or separation. You have some agreement that you'll refinance the property so that one party will no longer be obligated on the note. So if you're refinancing your mortgage, that means you've bought a house before. And I have good news and bad news. The paperwork for refinancing is almost identical to the paperwork to buy. So the good news is you're familiar with it, at least in some sense, because you've signed very similar documents before. The bad news is it's not any less paperwork. It doesn't take any less time to go through. It's almost like rebuying the house. The other similarities between buying and refinancing is that you will pay closing costs again. So sometimes you can finance those closing costs and not have to bring money to closing. In other cases, you may get money back. So that's something that you'll talk to your loan officer about and figure out whether you want to, you may not want to, or if you're even eligible to do that. If you're refinancing your primary residence, there's something really important for you to know. And most of the time at our closing table, when someone's having a refinance, I ask, did you know about your 3 days to change your mind? And of course the borrower says no. I'm sure the loan officer mentioned it at some point, but there's a lot of stuff going back and forth and it's easy to forget. But in your primary residence, when you refinance, you get 3 days to change your mind. Those are business days, and it's your right to cancel. So once that time runs out, that's when the new loan takes effect and your old loan will be paid off. And you can't waive that right. So you gotta wait the 3-day period. Once that's over and we haven't heard from you, or you haven't told your lender you want to cancel, that's when the new loan begins. After you sign and your 3 days are up, your new loan begins. The next part of the process is your old lender being paid off. So that will happen out of the funding of the loan by your lender and any cash to close that you had to bring. So that check or wire is going to go to the old lender, and they're going to satisfy the loan and give you any refunds that you're due. For example, if you had an escrow balance, that will come back to you. If you overpaid interest, that will come back to you. It will all be reconciled and you'll get a refund check usually within 30 days. And after that's done, the lender has to file what's called a satisfaction at the Register of Deeds. So that's what proves in the chain of title that you've paid off that debt and that lender no longer has a security interest in your property. Once that's done, you may eventually receive the actual satisfaction after it's been recorded. You don't have to wait until you get that in hand for the deed of trust to be satisfied. You can look on the Register of Deeds and see it well before that date. But depending on the lender, they might send you the actual satisfaction, or maybe they will send you a letter simply stating the loan has been satisfied and paid in full, and that the instrument has been recorded at the Register of Deeds. And that's about it. It's pretty simple. A refinance is really similar to buying. It's just you don't have a seller involved. There's no deed to transfer title to the property, but the loan part is pretty much exactly the same. Hope that answered some of your questions. Again, I'm Tiffany Weber, real estate attorney at Thomas & Weber in North Carolina. We'll see you on the next video.